Posca pens can give you a really clean, sharp finish to anything you're working on to create things that look almost like a print. Hi, I'm James Chapman and I'm an illustrator. In this tutorial I'll show you some of the techniques I use with Posca pens. Okay, so first we're going to take one of our pens and we're going to see how we can fill a large area in a short amount of time. Taking the pink here, we can draw a circle. Now with a thinner nib this could take a while to fill in, so if you have a thicker one then it can easily be done in a matter of seconds. Using a smooth up and down zigzag technique, as we move the pen across the page, we leave a very uniform layer of pink. Now with the limited palette that we have on offer, we can try and add some shading to this. Now I have a purple pen here, so we can use this to add a cool shadow to the underside of this sphere. So as we get more and more colours into your palette, you can really start to add more dimensions to the things that you draw. Now taking a darker colour even still, we can add even more of a deep shadow to the underside. And even still, we can add some highlights. Taking a white pen and adding a little dot on top. So next we're going to use a ruler. Now this can often lead to trouble with Posca pens, as if you move the ruler before it is dry, you can leave a streak across the page. So a special technique that I use is I use a ruler that is curved on the top and use it upside down. Placing this on the page like this, there's no contact between this side of the ruler and the page itself. So when I take a pen, I can run it across this line, remove the ruler, and it's just as neat as if I'd done it with freehand. Do this again and again, and thanks to the Posca ink being so thick, there's no transparency really with the ink below. Now you can use a compass as well, but we will need a thinner marker. I have one here. So taking this thinner marker, you can put it inside a compass. Now using this, you can apply it to the page. You can use this technique to create concentric circles on a page that look incredibly neat. If you're trying to do something more complex and you don't feel very confident going with Posca pens to begin with, starting with construction lines is a great place to start. I'm going to start here with a quick drawing of a cat. When you have construction lines on the page, darker colours will go over the pencil with no trouble at all, but some of the lighter ones might still show the pencil through the top. So with a case like this, what we want to do is to erase the pencil so you can just have a hint of it through so you can see what you're doing, but it's not going to show through in the final product. So with only the faintest hint of the construction lines left, we can now add our lighter colours to the page, and we won't be able to see any of the stuff that we did beforehand. It'll just be a nice little guide that helps us through. Using yellow now, which would normally show through some pencil on top, we can go over our cat drawing, keeping the same neatness that we had before. So now we have our cat coloured in at this point. We can still see very slightly a little hint of an eye through there, but we're going to cover up all these darker areas with darker colours. So overall, we won't be able to tell in the final piece. Taking the pink now, we're going to add some stripes to this cat. And now we can move on to adding some details to the face. For this I'm going to take my dark blue colour. To add some finer details to our picture, we can even use fine liner pens and a ruler. I'm going to try that now to add some whiskers to our cat. Using the same upside down ruler technique we did before, so that nothing smudges. Now we can add a little outline to give it a bit more definition. And that's a cat! If you liked these tips, you can find out more at the link below to see the full course. And don't forget to like and subscribe.